Shalom Yashrala, this is your brother Dawudah, coming back at you with the truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, I can pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. All right, so I want to just pretty much jump into this here lesson. I kind of went into some of this yesterday, about how to fight this here thing back or what can we do. But nevertheless, as we see these things are shaping up, and spiritually discerning with, talking to the brothers and, and we, in our chats or whatever, whatnot, and digging into this here information, coming to find out, we starting to see that these agents are out there, you know what I'm saying, is going out there, these Jake's going out there with their mod case or whatever, whatnot, standing their grounds, the armed militias or whatever, whatnot. Now this guy's speaking about the Edomites and basically, pairing things together. And, we understand that, if he know he an Israelite, why you got on unks and things like that, But nevertheless, one of the things that we want to push forward is not to get caught up into that. Just like, hey, like the lesson I did yesterday, fight them in the spirit. Don't try to fight them in the flesh, man. All right, and that's, there's a tactic that Esau uses, and Jake is too simple to understand this here tactic. All right, you have a regular protest with a bunch of Jake out there. But inside of that protest, if you watch those videos, mostly all of Jake wasn't even out there with no mask on or nothing, right? Not even because of coronavirus, but just they all out there, fake, mask off, right? But you have these, you'll see them with mask on, hats on, and sunglasses, Edomite, like when you see them riding with the police vehicles, you'll have the Edomite or whatever, whatnot, an agent provocateur that'll throw something at the police car and bust the window out, and then the crowd goes wild. And they had that saying, well, Jake see and Jake do. They follow the leader, basically. You know what I'm saying? They see that and they hear the crowd turn up. So Jake go and pick up that and he start throwing it. But he don't realize that the first Edomite who threw that, all right, then moved up out of the way. That's an agent provocateur, provoking the situation, all right, provoking the situation to pop off, and is going to pull out and let Jake take the brunt of it, all right? And stupid ass Jake follow right along with it, and then they thinking they chasing the police down the road, but that's the tactic that the police use. They draw you into the corner so that they can surround you and come, squeeze in on you from all four sides. And that's what they realized they didn't realize was going on. They thought they had the upper hand chasing the cops off. But, saying all that to say this, man, hey, man, you don't have enough guns, bullets, or whatever, whatnot. That's not even your blessing. You can't beat Esau with his own blessing, man. All right, it's not going to work out for less, as these things are going down, man. It's going to lead Esau into coming down with that great wrath, These things are all written about in the scriptures. We're going to grab these things out, man. All right, so I'm going to briefly read through a little bit of this here article. It says, Minnesota rolls out the National Guard to stop riots and looting, ensuring safety and a peaceful protest over George Floyd killing. All right, like I said, man, those agent provocateurs got Jake to get roused up and start, so-called attacking the police. Whatnot, It says Minnesota Governor Tim Walz had called National Guard units after law enforcement failed to provide safety in Minnesota over the police killing of George Floyd. City's mayor to bring the situation under control. The guard was activated on Thursday in the wake of intense street confrontations and chaos. A looter. Unfortunately, some individuals have engaged in unlawful and dangerous activities, including arson, rioting, looting, and damaging public and private property. The governor's often need for peaceful demonstrations. It says largely peaceful demonstrations kicked off on Tuesday near the location of Floyd's killing, but on Wednesday night had escalated into a full-blown headquarters. The events inspired similar actions in nearby St. Paul and even beyond the state, with heated protests staged in California and Mississippi as well. And if you don't, I'm not going to read any more of this here article, but yeah, that was pretty much it. But if you're not aware, of the things that's going on, Esau's trying to rouse Jake up, basically. Coronavirus on his so-called as a Chinese virus, but now Jake is the face of that, man. Jake is the problem with all these different things and these situations going on, man. Also, now Jake got killed, and then now Jake out there so-called protesting, but then you have these Asian provocateurs, and he's turning up and so-called burning down the city and stuff like that, and then what? Only trying to, shut this whole thing down, as we're rapidly approaching this here Jake could pull out a couple points, but all these things are all prophesied in the scriptures. All right, we're gonna start here first in Genesis 49. This is Genesis 49. Let me start at the top. Genesis 49 and 1. It says, and Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves, shall befall you in the last days. So if you remember, Jacob's name was changed to Israel. All right, and Israel or Jacob, this is a future prophecy in which one of the ways how we can tell you, who is which tribe, according to the Israelites, But nevertheless, this is what was going to happen to the Israelites in the end all be all at the end, in the latter days. Verse 9 says, Judah, all right, the so-called Negroes, is a lion's whelp. From the stoop down, he crouches a lion as an old lion, who shall rouse him up. All right. So now, and Jake was in this docile state, always want to march and be peaceful and forgive these Edomites and so on and so forth. But as Esau has been, ultimately it's the Lord, increasing the visibility of these things, because these things didn't just start, and this has always been going on. Everybody got cell phones on them now, so it's hey, this ain't nothing really new. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that now more people have cell phones that can upload their own footage. It's not like the newscast. This is starting to get Jake, a little roused up, man. And Judah, the so-called Negroes being the head tribe, man. Once Judah actually wake up and stand up, man, the other tribes are gonna fall in order right behind them, man. And with this here one case, you notice that you have a lot of what they're calling a lot of different races that are actually standing up with this outcry, man. You have some so-called white people outraged about this, so-called black people, so-called Hispanics, all these people outraged about these things, man. You had that other case where the Karen in the park called the police on Jake because Jake asked her to put her dog on a leash when she should have had her dog on a leash, which was posted in the park where she was at on the signs, man. All right, but they, that's another tactic of how she was calling and playing the victim role, trying to get the police to roll up on Jake and just open fire on him, man. Jake is getting tired of these things, and now you start to see Jake route. This is ultimately going to give Esau, how do I say, the green light to just come down on you with great wrath, man. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this in here just because this is Zechariah. I think it's Zechariah. Hold on, let me check. Oh no, this wasn't it. But I know where it is. This is Zechariah. I'm gonna read this anyway. This is Spirit. Zechariah 2 with the daughter of Babylon. That's where we at right now. The children of Israel, or it says, deliver thyself, O Zion. Mount Zion is another name for Israel, just like Mount Esau, all right, or Mount Edom, or Mount Seir, Salak. Mount Seir is another name for saying Esau, all right? So it says, deliver thyself, O Zion, you Israelites, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon, all right? The daughter of Babylon is these Edomites over here in America, man. For thus saith Yahweh of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that touches you touches the apple of my eyes. All right. So basically, this is what Esau is doing to the children of Israel. In fact, before I go back to Zechariah, let me go to where's that other precept? Oh, it's in Zechariah. Well, I think they all in Zechariah. Hold on. Oh no, I'm looking for Daniel. I'll come back to Zechariah. Daniel 9 and 12. This is Daniel chapter 9 and verse 12. All right. It says, and he has confirmed his word, which he spake against us and against our judges by bringing up upon us a right. But one of those curses that was going to fall upon us was that the Lord was going to bring a fierce nation upon us, man. That wasn't going to regard the old, the young. All right, it was going to be coming down upon us and sparing none. All right, and that's basically these Edomites, man. These Edomites, they come over here and they don't really give a damn about the old man, the young man, the child, whoever, man. They just killing all of us out here, man. From the beginning, this is what he purposed in his heart, man. This is what Esau has in his heart, is to ultimately kill Jake, man. All right, and he have confirmed his word, which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing have not been done as have been done unto Jerusalem. All right, so it's kind of twofold. All right, the most wickedest ass people in the world, because first of all, so it says under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done unto Jerusalem. So the most wicked shit has been done unto the Israelites. All right, the most atrocious things have been done unto the Israelites. All right, now Who has the Israelites in captivity? Who did this? All right, it would be the Edomites. The Edomites are the most violent people on the face of the earth, and who they've been the most violent to? The Israelites. You so-called real quick. What's this? Where's that? Trying to think of the precept how it goes now. Um, Yep, Zechariah 11:5. It says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. All right. But ultimately, this is what they say, man. Their possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. All right. It's clear cut that on that video, bro, homeboy should have just got the electrical chair, not even went to court, man. All right. Just like how they judged Jake in that scenario. He wasn't judged in the court of law before his peers and so on and so forth. He wasn't given due process and none of that. They basically executed judgment on his ass right then and there in the face of the people out there, man. But what about these here Edomites, man? All right, it was clear as day that what they was doing. Like, they suspected this Jake of so-called spending a counterfeit $20 bill. All right, which you really can't go to jail for no crime like stealing nothing under $50, and that's like a petty crime. You don't really go to jail for shit under $50. Let alone, so if homeboy used a fake $20 bill, let's say to buy something, technically he would have stole it, right? It ain't worth $20. You know what I'm saying? You only had a limit of $20, but nevertheless, it wasn't worth putting him to death. Death penalty, man. All right, but yet these people ain't even been charged yet, man. This is why these people are out there protesting, because they've only been fired, man. And really, that's a tactic I'll use it so that the family and so on and so forth can't press charges against not only the police department, but the city and also the state, man. All right, they trying to distance themselves to cover their own tails, man. All right, but nevertheless, hey, man, this is what's going on, man. They hold themselves not guilty, man. All right, it's clear cut, man. If any other person committed any other crime, they got you on video, like it's a closed case, man. They're going to, you fraud, bro. All right. You know what? I'm gonna just go to the book of Second Ezra. There's a couple things in there I wanted to grab. Like I said, this was just some scriptures that was popping under my head as I was reading this here article. I'm gonna start Second Ezra 16. Second Ezra 16 and 70. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that turned into a riot." It was in one city, but then the neighboring city started protesting and rioting as well too, man. All right, and this was like, this basically just happened today, within last night and today. So ain't no telling what's gonna pop off, you know. Take place, man, because Jake again is being fed up with these things, man. Jake is starting to be raised up now, man. All right, you see that black armed militia agents, setups, whatever, whatnot, persuading Jake to do the same thing, man. All right, so this is a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And ultimately, once Jake start being roused up or whatever, whatnot, and start going ham on these Edomites, man, this is when ultimately Esau's gonna just keep reading. Let me read that again. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection, all right, upon those that fear the Lord. So first, in all these cities, you're going to start seeing Jake being roused up or whatever, whatnot. But then there's going to be an insurrection against them, all right? And then ultimately, the men of the Lord, they ultimately trying to come after us. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, all right? This is talking about when Esau start coming in with his damn Gurkha troops and his motherfucking martial law troops and so on and so forth, man. It says they shall be like madmen, sparing none, destroying those that fear the Lord, man. All right, so they're going to be coming in. Hey, man, you see how they doing right now? They trying to doing everything. They got the same outcome, but different tactics. We about to start coming into your house with the military, basically going door to door, checking to see if you've been tested for the coronavirus or whatever, whatnot, and so on and so forth. And if not, we taking your kids if you're on governmental assistance and so on and so forth. And we coming in at the force of the gun. And they starting basically in Jake neighborhoods, because they be like, oh, Jake got the most cases. They're the most vulnerable. So we're going to start over there with them first, man. All right, that's one reason where they're going to start. All right, Jake out here protesting and rioting over this here, killing and stuff like that, man. It's going to make them come in more like a flood, man. It's going to justify with great wrath, man. Because even though that Jake was killed unrighteously, according to this here law and everything here, he was choked out for no reason, basically. You know what I'm saying? And Jake has a reason to be upset about that, right? But now that, these Asian provocateurs, Jake let these Asian provocateurs lead them to go for doing what they did. Yeah, we had to shoot a couple protesters and arrest a lot. We could have waited till this went to trial and so on and so forth. That's the angle that they'll be able to take. But realizing that Jake's not going to be able to realize that Esau baited him into that, man. All right, when Jake is over there, like, damn, they don't care about us. First, they choking us out. Then they come in with their troops and so on and so forth. But you don't see that Esau lured you into that trap, man. This is what he ultimately wanted to do anyway, man. But still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. All right, again, this is what they about to start going door to door with the COVID testing and everything like that, man, and removing your children and possibly locking you up and detaining you if you ain't been tested, man, or if you test positive, man. All right, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of the house. Then they shall be known who are my. All right, because ultimately, the 2/3 are gonna be mowed down and they're gonna wind up dying off in this thing, man. But the Lord is gonna deliver His elect, man. And we just went over this in the live stream last night, man. Even if taken to jail, come down on them, the Lord's going to deliver them out of those things, man. Or if not, they have to be a martyr for Yahushua's sake, man. But more than likely, they're not going to wind up dying, man. The Lord's going to protect them one way or another, man. All right? Or if they wind up dying, they're going to come back as the first fruits with Yahushua, man. But look at the accounts that we had before, man. All right? You had the disciples. They got locked up, man. I believe it was Peter was broken out of jail, man. The angels came and broke him out of jail, man. So just because you see in the sight of men, all right, that, see, you say you was a man of the Lord, man. They kicked in your door like they kicked in my door, and they took us both in. Yeah, but these chains, man. The Lord delivered his men up out of these things, and you wind up dying in there, man. All right. Or you have Daniel in the lion's den, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the furnace. All right. They was actually, not only were they so-called arrested, all right, but they was actually put to, basically, they was given the death penalty, man. But guess what? The Lord kept them in those scenarios, man. He was actually put to death, man. But guess what? The Lord still had him, man. All right. So, hey, at the end all be all, man. Hey, the Lord is, let me read that again. Verse 71, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried. As faith is going to have to kick in, man. Even though if you get rounded up, taken into a FEMA camp, you know what I'm saying? They get, all right, we finna hit you with this vaccine, bro. Or we finna put this microchip up in your ass. We got you strapped down, and ain't shit you can do about it, man. Hey, man, have faith in the Lord, man. Because lo and behold, they could take the strongest man with all his might to take that syringe and try to plow it inside of your arm, and that needles just keep constantly breaking, man. They can't get him in, man. Just, hey, depend on the Lord, man. Remember, Daniel was in the damn lion's den with the hungry lions, man. It wasn't like that they was going to cast him in and they couldn't get the door open. No, he was thrown in the lion's den, man, with the hungry lions. Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego, they was thrown inside the fire, man. All right? But guess what? The Lord delivered them up out of there, man. Hear, O ye my beloved, that's basically going in, that's what basically what the name David means, in the house of David, name means beloved, but the house of David, all right, who is the Lord's chosen, his elect, all right, it says, hear, O ye my beloved, saith Yahweh, behold, the days of trouble are at hand. What days of trouble, man? Jacob's trouble, man. But what? He shall be saved out of it. Who is the he? The 1/3 and the 144,000, which are the elect. 2/3 going to be put to death in there, man. All right. So it says, hear, O ye my beloved, saith Yahweh, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. All right. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your guide, and the God of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith Yahweh power. Let none of your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves, man. Hey, man, so have faith in the Lord, man. Have faith in the Lord, man. A righteous man falls 7 times, but he get back up, man. So don't let it all. Yahweh already died for your sins, man. Keep the faith, man. Grow stronger in the faith, man. When these things, man, and sparing none, man. Have faith, man. The Lord's going to deliver you up out of these things, man. But don't go out there being carnal like the rest of these damn Jakes want to pick up arms and go out there protesting and throwing shit at the police, man. You just giving them a reason to open up on your ass, man. All right. Verse 77, woe be unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquities, like as the field is covered with the bushes, and the path thereof covered with thorns, and no man may travel through, man. They just all covered up. Yeah, the police coming down upon you and having great wrath or whatever, whatnot, but they the Edomites. That's what they're supposed to do. But you trusting in your own arm, not having faith in the Lord and waiting on the Lord. And he say, wait ye upon me till I rise up against the prey, man. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, man. All right. The Lord and will plead with them, therefore, his people, man. All right. The Lord's about to come and get this here. Yeah, he gonna use some Jake to do it as well, too. But wait upon Yahweh Shai. He gonna get that first lick in, man. All right. But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? It says, woe be unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquities, like as the field is covered over with bushes, and the path thereof be covered with thorns, and that no man may travel through. It is left undressed and is cast into the fire to be consumed there within. So if you want to live carnally, still live carnally, man, in this here time, man, you gonna wind up dying hand in hand with these people or just be missile food, man. All right. So this is 2 Ezra 15. I'm gonna start at verse 14. Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and they stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. All right. No guns is strapped up, but you do see Jake out there, you know, starting to mount up with their guns and their little militias. But again, you ain't got enough guns and you ain't got enough bullets. You ain't got enough technology, man. So y'all can mount up with, you can have, you know, a million of y'all out there with all y'all guns and AK. All Esau got to do is use one drone, man. One Reaper drone, bro. Like Barack Obama said, you'll never see it coming. You'll never hear it coming, man. He'll come and wipe you out just like that, man. It's nothing, man. That's his blessing, man. You can't fight him with his blessing, man. You got to depend among men or princes, and in the course of their actions, shall stand Salak, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So going into these here things, man, this is what you're starting to see happen now, man. Jake used to be scared of the police and want to start walking around and just how do I say, asking for forgiveness and things like that. But now you're starting to see Jake being enticed by these Asian provocateurs to go out there and not regard basically the police and so on and so forth, and the governors and so on and so forth. So what are they going to do? Bring in reinforcements, man. All right. And a man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able. Got a lot of these cities shut down for quarantine, but they're gonna start doing these things too, because why? It's gonna be out of hand and people, it's sedition amongst men, like we're reading right here, man. All right, they're gonna have to so-called under control. You know, they have a saying, order out of chaos, man. All right, when all hell breaks loose, that's when they come in and try to straighten things back out, man. All right. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled and houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid, man. All right, because they're gonna come in like madmen, sparing none, man. All right, they're gonna come through, you know, because hey, man, they got y'all think y'all taking over the city? Y'all think y'all gonna threaten us and scare us? We gonna show y'all that we the ones with the we was giving that great sword to take peace from the earth, man. We gonna show you how to wield this here sword. Esau finna calling them reinforcements, man. All right, and again, you know, we getting into the end all be all of all these things. And don't get it twisted. We're not saying just be docile and let Esau kill you and everything like that. No, the Lord has a plan, man. These Edomites about to go into slavery, man. All right, they about to go into captivity, man. Everything that they doing to us, we about to do to them double, man. All right, the Lord is about to put his spirit on it. Man, let me grab one more precept. We're gonna close. One of those, just, you know, be docile type of thing or nothing like that, man. But the point we're trying to stress is wait ye upon the Lord, man. Have faith in the Lord, and the Lord is gonna recompense these goddamn heathen, man. I want to grab that as well too. Now we'll just grab this. This is Ezekiel 25 and 12. It says, thus saith Yahweh power, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, my hand upon Edom. All right, so the Most High say he gonna stretch his hand out and make their lands desolate, man. All right. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh power. Notice how the Lord keeps saying, I will lay my vengeance upon the hand of my people, and they shall do Edom according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance. All right, you can't go up to Edom trying to show him your fury, your anger, your vengeance, and how pissed off you are about that, man. I mean, you can't get mad enough, man. All right, the Most High is about to turn up, and he gonna, like it says here, it says, will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. All right, Jeremiah 51 and 20, man. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, and with thee will I break in pieces the nations, man. All right. Micah, what is that? Micah 5:7. All right. Going into Jacob shall be in the midst of many. Man, let me grab that. We're gonna close out with that. Because this is what we getting into right now, man. All right, this is Micah 5:7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as the dew from Yahweh, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. All right, and notice it's saying the remnant, a remnant of Jacob, man, because hey, the devil about to come down and you having great wrath, and a lot of these people who don't want to wait upon the Lord, all right, they're gonna get mowed the fuck down in this time frame, man. All right, and the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of the sheep, who if none can deliver. Thy hand shall be lifted up upon after the fact that Esau and came down and destroyed 2/3 of Jake and everything like that, man. Think about the glory and the power. The world's gonna see that Esau done unloaded on the majority of Jake, man, and Jake is damn near almost decimated, man. All right, but then with that small remnant, the Lord, hey, we was going into this last night in the class, man, about Daniel 2, about that small rock that came down and smoked that statue and it turned into the big ass mountain that covered the whole earth, man. You can read about that in Daniel, man. But that's how we are small, and this small remnant is gonna turn into the everlasting kingdom, man. It's gonna rule forever, man. And when that fat, man, and 2/3 got to go, man. All right. Yeah, that was it right there. That's all I want to grab, basically, because I just want to touch in on this because, hey, man, Jake is getting turned up into this here thing, man. And we preach about how Esau going into captivity and a lot of these things coming to Esau and so on and so forth. But hey, man, upon the Lord, man, until he rises up against the prey, man. All right, because you don't want to be trying to jump the gun and go act all carnal and force these prophecies, because there's still other prophecies that got to take place first, man, before the Lord put the spirit on Jake to actually do these things on the Esau, man. Like we were reading it here, it says, and of Israel shall be, and the remnant of Jacob shall be to the Israelites, man. All right, why is it only the remnant? Where's the rest of them at, man? You see, this is where the 2/3 in the midst of Jacob's trouble gonna wind up getting mowed. Ye upon the Lord, be faithful upon the Lord, man. All right, and again, fight Esau in his spirit, man. All right, you can pray about it, put them curses on him right now, man. Keep pushing this here word, man. That's doing way more damage to Esau right now. Just preaching the word and doing these lessons is doing way more damage up in their house and murdering their whole family, man. This here work right now because it's exposing them to the whole world, man. Now they can't go nowhere. Nobody right now, man. Nobody want to deal with them. They being thrown out into the wilderness as an outcast right now, man. Solely because we out here preaching this here word, man, and the Lord is bringing these plagues down upon him, man. So stay in the spirit when you're trying to fight Esau back, man. Don't follow these damn heathens. That Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying into the elect. Until next time, I say call wash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that taught us this truth and our rule well. And citation and much love for you, Aki, and pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions. Salaki, and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say stay strong and shalom.